A great look at beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, the hosts of these Canada Summer Games here in 2025. And what a games it has been. 19 sports being contested, but tonight all eyes are on women's baseball. What a night it's going to be. A great capacity crowd here on hand at St. Pat's Ballpark for the inaugural first ever women's baseball game being played in the sport of women's baseball. I'm Robbie Doherty. You can tell the excitement is in the air here at St. Pat's. The community coming out literally in thousands, cheering on these athletes, showing them that women's baseball has arrived, and it's arrived with a force. Now, baseball has had a lot of play over the years, but only men's, but it's not the first time there's ever been a female athlete playing in the sport. As just years ago, 3 years ago in Niagara, Jada Lee made headlines from right here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador when she became the first ever female athlete to compete in baseball. We caught up with her. Let's hear what she had to say.
I was told I'd be off for like 3 months, miss Canada games, everything. So it was hard, like, mentally to, like, continue to push myself. It was an even bigger accomplishment because the extra work she had to put in just to get better, overcome that injury, and then get back in shape to make that happen. Getting there, getting, like, the first pitch out of the way, it was kind of just, like, a big pressure release. I knew, like, my outcome would affect, like, younger girls coming up. So I kind of wanted to, like, put everything I had into that one pitch. It ended up being a strike, which was great.
Well, that moment was awesome. And the whole experience up there for her was really cool.
So I've been to many different national championships, but, like, Canada Games was so much bigger. Even though everyone's, like, Canadian, we're all so different, and it was cool to see them. We don't currently have a senior women's team, so there's nothing really to keep aiming for to continue development. I think Canada Games just having that, like, big name gives everyone something to, like, push towards and, like, look forward to.
It's nice to see the effort to build something coming out of it for a job. You know, if Jada gets well educated and she ends up kind of head wife, that's cool.
They're still willing to drop, like, pretty much anything to help watch and support.
Even still now, like, she has the
Hard work pays off. If you work hard for something, you earned it, it's going to end up way bigger in the end.
A wonderful piece on Jada Lee. What a pioneer she is for women's baseball, inspiring generations to come who look to excel in the sport of baseball here in Canada. So the two teams on deck tonight, BC taking on Newfoundland and Labrador. Our Matty Timpany had a chance to catch up with the head coach of British Columbia. Here's what he had to say.
BC's first ever female baseball team out of Canada Games. How are you feeling today?
I'm excited. Yeah, we're excited. We're just kind of chatting about having a long travel day to get here, but that's kind of all done now. We're here, and we're really pumped to be here.
Awesome. Awesome. And how are the girls feeling? How does this moment, it's been a long time coming, how are they feeling about all this?
I think it's starting to kick in. We've talked about it a lot at our each kind of training events this year and in the past couple of years leading up about how big this event is and how exciting it's going to be. And I think that's starting to kick in now, so you can kind of start to feel the energy shifting, but it's in a good way.
Awesome. And we're expecting a pretty big crowd here tonight, and deserved. This is making history here tonight. What are your personal thoughts for the sport of baseball from the female side?
I think it's awesome for our sport. I mean, not only our sport, but sport in general, just to see the growth over the last handful of years. I mean, you look at our coaching staff, I'm very lucky to be coaching with my twin sister and one of my very best friends, who we met through this program. So for that to kind of come full circle almost 20 years later, we didn't have an opportunity like this growing up. And so it's just really cool for us to be able to tell the girls, like, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But that being said, our sport is growing. And just giving that opportunity for the girls to choose. If they want to play baseball, they can continue to play baseball. And they can come to an event like this and have a blast. So.
Awesome. Any other thoughts about tonight? Anything you want to say to the crowd coming out? Or
just we're excited. Thank you to the host committee, to you guys, to everybody here for putting on this event. And we're just really excited to get going.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Certainly a very focused team. British Columbia, as they're the visiting team coming into this jam-packed St. Pat's Ballpark, and they'll face the hometown team. And Maddie Timpany's been very busy today. She had a chance to sit down with the Newfoundland and Labrador head coach for a chat. Let's hear what they had to say.
Well, I'm down here with Mark Healy, the head coach of the Team Newfoundland, first ever female baseball team at the Canada Games. How are you feeling tonight?
Thanks for having me, Maddie. I'm feeling good. Had a pretty good night's sleep in the dorm. We had our first practice here this morning, so some good energies, a few butterflies, a little bit of nervousness, but we're all very excited.
Awesome. So obviously history is about to be made tonight. First time baseball female has ever been at a Canada Games. How are the girls feeling? What's the excitement like?
They're feeling good. Like I said, there's a little bit of nerves here, which is expected. Game one, we're expecting a big crowd here tonight. First female game ever. They know they're making history, and they just really want to do their province proud. So a little bit of nerves, but the energy and excitement is fantastic. So.
Right. How does it feel that this is happening in your home province?
So being in your home province is, we've traveled many times for events. So being in your home province is always a little special. You're going to have some hometown crowd here and an extra opportunity for people that would never get the kids to see them play there. You got everyone supporting you. We walk down the street, just warm the farm band and people waving and stuff. So it's super special for them, especially for the first time. So.
And as a coach, from your perspective, what does something like this do for female baseball as a whole?
So I think getting into the Canada Games just gives the girls another opportunity now to see where they can continue to grow. Because it sort of stopped that. There's no opportunity for them to keep moving. So having Canada Games there, female baseball is probably one of the fastest growing sports in the country from a gender side of things. Like baseball is still growing. Having them have an opportunity at Canada Games, I think is really going to increase the numbers and give a lot more opportunities. So a lot of this, I don't have to switch to another sport, track and field, soccer, lacrosse, or something. If baseball is their thing, now they got an opportunity to go there. So.
Awesome. And do you want to touch a bit on Jada Lee and what she's done for the sport and how her impact is?
Yeah, so Jada, I've coached Jada for many years, probably 8 or 9 years now at the provincial level. Jada is an amazing athlete, great baseball player. She's paved a lot of, obviously the first female to play in male baseball, which is huge, but she's done a lot for the female game as well. She's a role model for the young girls. Our team for this event were in Pool A, and she was a big part of that. We've made some noise across the country the last few years at the national championship, and she's a big part of that. My own daughter is 2006, the same as Jada. I'd love for both of them to be part of this because they paved the way for everybody, but she'll be here tonight, and I think it'll be special.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Well, a great chat with Maddie, with the head coach of Newfoundland and Labrador. Certainly a lot of excitement as the hometown team. But right now, we're going to go down to the field. Here's the public address announcer, Maddie Healy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you to St. Pat's Ballpark for the inaugural game of women's baseball of the 2025 Canada Games. Today's competition is proudly presented by Atlantic Lottery. Bienvenue au St. Pat's Ballpark pour la première journée de compétition de baseball des Jeux du Canada 2025. The 2025 Canada Games respectfully acknowledge that the land and waters of which we are situated are the traditional territories of diverse Indigenous peoples, and we acknowledge with respect the diverse histories and cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of Newfoundland and Labrador. Les Jeux du Canada 2025 reconnaissent respectueusement que les terres et les eaux sur lesquelles ils se trouvent sont les territoires traditionnels de divers peuples autochtones et nous reconnaissons avec respect les diverses histoires et cultures des Beothuk, des Mi'kmaq, des Inuits et des Inuits du Terre-Neuve et Labrador. To commemorate this historic moment in Canada Games history, we would like to invite all participating women's baseball teams to the field. Pour commémorer ce moment historique dans l'histoire des Jeux du Canada, nous aimerions inviter toutes les équipes féminines de baseball participantes sur le terrain. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able and remove your hats for our national anthem performed by Adrian House. Veuillez vous lever si possible et retirer vos chapeaux pendant l'interprétation de notre hymne national par Adrian House.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. de plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please welcome CEO of Baseball Canada, Jason Dixon, Baseball Canada President Michael Keating, and President and CEO of the Canada Games Council, Kellyanne Paul. Veuillez vous accueillir Jason Dixon, chef de la direction de Baseball Canada, Michael Keating, président de Baseball Canada, et Kellyanne Paul, présidente et directrice générale du Conseil des Jeux du Canada. To throw the first pitch of the evening, please join us in welcoming Jada Lee of St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Accueillant pour le premier lanceur de la soirée, Jada Lee de St. John's, Terre-Neuve-Labrador. The King Charles III Coronation Medal celebrates Canadians making an impact through leadership, diversity, and service. The Canada Games Council is proud to have nominated 30 exceptional contributors to the Canada Games movement, and tonight we are proud to celebrate one of them right here at St. Pat's Ballpark. Jada Lee made history in 2022 as the first woman to ever compete in men's baseball at the Canada Games. Breaking barriers and inspiring young girls from coast to coast to coast. The ball from her very first pitch at those games now lives in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. Jada a ensuite représenté le Canada sur la scène internationale, gagnant une médaille bronze à la Coupe du Monde de baseball du féminin en 2024. This evening, President and CEO of the Canada Games Council, Kellyanne Paul, will also present Jada with a King Charles III Coronation Medal. Let's give a huge round of applause to Jada Lee. A true trailblazer for baseball in Canada. To help Jada with the first pitch, please welcome Team Newfoundland and Labrador catcher Carrie Russell and the mascot of the 2025 Canada Games, Gusty. Pour aider Jada à lancer le premier bal, veuillez accueillir Carrie Russell, receveuse d'équipe de Terre-Neuve-Labrador et Gusty, mascotte des Jeux du Canada 2025.
And good evening, sports fans. What a moment here at St. Pat's Ballpark as we have just witnessed history in the making here tonight as we bring you
everyone,
ladies baseball for the first time ever. What a groundbreaking day it is here. I'm Brian Rogers alongside Bill Hart. And Bill, what an honor to be part of this broadcast here tonight, seeing Jada Lee throw out that first pitch. Just sent chills up and down the old spine here, and the crowd here so appreciative. What a night for ball. This is a fantastic moment.
Brian, I'll tell you, we are a part of something very, very special here tonight. Not an empty seat in the place. Once again, fans are trying to find seats atop the hill at the end of the field on the left field side, and yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it, and something really, really special is going to happen tonight.
And a beautiful touch, bringing all of the teams onto the field for this opening ceremony. just spectacular. And what I loved about it was the camaraderie of every team making contact.
Right.
It's such a wonderful moment for Baseball Canada. This is just, it's earth-shattering stuff. It is groundbreaking, as everyone has used. But now we get a chance to see firsthand these talented young ladies go to toil on the soil here for their home provinces. British Columbia, Newfoundland and Labrador. It encompasses the entire country, at least coast to coast to coast.
Right.
And this is just a great moment. Can't wait for it to get underway.
Well, I'll tell you, if you think the players are excited, you know they are. But their families who have made the long trip here, Brian, coming into the game tonight, parents of players of Newfoundland and Labrador are all decked out in dress shirts, Hawaiian shirts, with pineapples, pine trees, and faces of their daughters who are playing today.
And we just had a look at British Columbia. Here it is again one more time. Great work there, showing all the batters from 1 through 10. Yes, there are 10 hitters in this, and it shows their hometowns as well. So Newfoundland, Labrador, and BC here. It'll be Emma Lecomte who will start things off for BC when this game gets underway. And on the mound for Newfoundland, Labrador is Jenny Murphy from Mount Pearl, nearby the city of St. John. She will get the start here, and it's been a long time coming. Young Jenny Murphy followed her father, Trevor, down to the Gushu Ballpark since she was a little girl, Bill, and he always had Jenny in tow, and she learned to love the game at a very young age. And how about this moment right here, right now?
Pride is strong, not only for the province, but for the parents. And you're going to notice a lot of these players, they grew up with families who played ball, and just by osmosis alone, the DNA is strong and the love for the game. So to have them here, just excited, just to play and represent their provinces, and perhaps maybe, just maybe, leave here with a medal around their necks.
Well, it's going to be a great game here tonight. Win, lose, or draw. The moment is here. It's arrived, and we've really been looking forward to this. As week 2 of the Canada Summer Games gets underway. This is the lone contest, of course. Tomorrow, all the sports will get underway in their various venues around the metro area. And there you have a look at the defense for Team Newfoundland. As you can see, it's a great-looking little lineup there, too. Carrie Russell will be the battery mate for Jen Murphy. And she's from Grand Falls, Windsor, out in central Newfoundland, Labrador. And all around the diamond, Russell, Andrews, Beersford, Ashton, Lombard, Murphy, and Sharp. And it's going to be a great game. Excellent work. Nice to see that up there. And well done, to say the least. The officiating crew, the umpires for this groundbreaking ball game here tonight at St. Pat's. Tasha Harris is the home plate umpire. Down the first base is Skylar Blanchette. And patrolling third base will be Margaret Jean Willis. Bill, what do you got?
Well, I'll tell you this, Team Newfoundland and Labrador, if they're nervous, they're not showing it. They're all gathered in a huddle near their dugout. The music hits, and they are dancing with each other during the huddle. And you love to see that. They are excited, nerves, maybe, but they're definitely not showing it. They want to have fun. BC, they want to have fun. And with the crowd as big as it is, how could you not just enjoy the moment that you get to experience as a young ball player in Canada? So, yeah, it's the atmosphere is something I have not experienced in a long, long time, and what a great addition to the 2025 Canada Games.
The head coach of Team Newfoundland Labrador is Mark Healy. His assistants are Troy Croft and Kristen Coley as well, and the chef de mission is Michelle Healy. For BC, Bill, what a nice twist here. The head coach is Stacy Fournier, and her assistants are Ella Matucci and Emily Fournier, who is Stacy's twin sister.
No way.
How about that? That's a great check right there. And the chef de mission for Team BC is David Lang. You know, and a tip of the hat to the coaching staffs of all the teams, all the young ladies' ball teams. And, you know, they put in so many long hours And it's all come to fruition here. There's a look at the Newfoundland batting order, starting at the top with Julia Sharp. Brooke Murphy is in the 2-hole. Jenny Murphy, the pitcher, bats third. Rebecca McCarthy is the extra hitter in the cleanup spot. Carrie Russell bats in the 5 spot. Greta Andrews is 6. Avery Dirtle in the 7 spot. Olivia Beresford will bat 8th. Callie Ash hits 9th. And Kate Lombard will hit 10th for Newfoundland and Labrador. And there you saw the graphics up in all their hometowns, which we'll mention throughout the broadcast. Bill Hart's chock-a-block full of great anecdotes. And now let's have a look at the British and the defense coming up, obviously, as well.
So as you can see, the flags are blowing a little to the left.
And there is Team Newfoundland Labrador's defense, Bill. Just give me a sec here.
Sure.
And there, that actually is BC, but that's fine. Not a problem at all. We're going to be underway momentarily here, and we get things ready to roll.
Brian, I can't tell. Are those local players outside the home run wall looking to catch some big flies here tonight? I see a lot of players just situated out there in uniforms.
I wish I could answer that, but I can't see that far out there, Bill. It's kind of hard to tell. I would think that it's got to be. So anyways, for British Columbia here in this inaugural game, they are the home team as Newfoundland and Labrador will bat first. Emma Lecomte is on the mound for British Columbia. The shortstop is Logan Grant. Jessica Slater is the catcher. Layla Spencer plays third. Ella Astuk in center field. Lily Chang at second. Gutierrez in left. Dick at first, Roos in right field, and Weckerly is the extra hitter. And leading off for Newfoundland and Labrador in this groundbreaking game is the right fielder, number 9, Julia Sharp. First pitch is a call strike, and there the ball will be thrown out by the home plate umpire. That is Tasha Haynes. And that'll end up in the Baseball Canada Hall of Fame for sure. So a big moment. We're underway. Let's play ball. Pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, Julia Sharp.
Hails from Torbay. And she plays a little hockey in the winter season, too. Her role model is Haley Wickenheiser, who I'm sure a lot of athletes look up to.
Healthy cut by Julia there in a high tight one. She took a real good cut. And young Emma Lecomte winds and fires. And here's the pitch. That's in there for a call, 3rd strike. And I think Julia knew that the moment it left the young pitcher's hands. So stepping in to bat. Have a peek here at the pitch that is going to put her away, and there it is right there. So Brooke Murphy, the center fielder, number 8, steps in for Newfoundland Labrador with 1 out here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Brooke Murphy from St. John's, 15-year-old, was a member of the winning team at the 2024 Newfoundland and Labrador Summer Games.
Here's a ball chopped toward short. Getting down the line in a hurry, but not going to get there in time was Brooke Murphy. Nice play. We'll have a look how that was done so very nicely by Logan Grant, the BC shortstop, as she was able to play this perfectly. Scooped it up, made a nice hard throw over to first and in time to get the runner. And here is Jenny Murphy, the pitcher number 45 for Newfoundland and Labrador, batting in the 3 spot. And a special moment here for her grandfather, Dave Murphy, who's in attendance. First pitch is up and away for ball 1, and I know Dave is so excited. Calm and collected he was, but I think inside his heart was racing, and why not? Pitch on the outside corner.
There are a lot of parents and grandparents feeling the same way sitting in these stands this evening.
For sure. 1-1 count on Jenny Murphy. She'll take that for a strike. So Emma Comp getting 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning for Newfoundland Labrador. Here's a ball, foul back, good rip there by Jenny. Number 45. Hometown Mount Pearl. Real good young athlete. A terrific young goaltender in the offseason of baseball. Chop it down to second. On to first, good contact, but Newfoundland Labrador will go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first inning here in front of a loud, boisterous crowd. And we'll take a look here at the nice play by the second baseman, Lily Chang, as she was able to come up with this. Good contact by young Jen Murphy. And Lily with the timely throw, and that's it for Newfoundland and Labrador. BC getting ready to come to the plate. A beautiful night for ball 2, Bill. The cool temperatures that we had talked about a little bit. Let's now have a look at British Columbia. There's the order for you. Emma Lecomte, the pitcher, will lead off. Logan Grant, the second baseman, will bat second. And Jessica Slater, the catcher, is due third here in the bottom of the first inning for Team BC.
Yeah, Emma from BC, who's going to lead off for this squad, played well before she got a taste of it. Before she would even walk around the bases, her family tells us that she would crawl around the bases when her family would take her to the ball field. So she swung her first bat when she was 2. So she's been playing ball for just about her entire life.
Here's a look at Jen Murphy, the pitcher for Newfoundland and Labrador. Getting a couple warm-ups here.
Well, we're going to expect some power coming out of Emma because she once hit a grand slam as the only girl on the under-13 Kelowna Sun Devils team during a tournament. How cool was that?
Oh, that's a great moment.
It was her birthday weekend, too, her family was saying. That same weekend, she hit a grand slam, celebrated her birthday, went to a Seattle Mariners game, and one of the players gave her a bat.
What a weekend that was.
How do you top that birthday?
I don't think you can.
No, I don't think so.
Well, we'll get a real good look here at young Emma Lecomte, the pitcher for BC number 19, as she will lead off against Jenny Murphy and Team Newfoundland Labrador. Jenny Murphy has her sign. Here's her first pitch of the Canada Games, and it's a little low. Ball 1. In there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the leadoff hitter, Emma Lecomte for Team BC. She had a 1-2-3 top of the first against Newfoundland Labrador. And she'll crush one out into right field for a line drive base hit. And there you go, Bill, all those little tidbits about Emma. And she delivers right on cue with a lovely line shot into right field to get things rolling for British Columbia. That was well struck. She got a pitch she could handle, and she attacked it and ripped it into right. Nice opposite field hit there. Ball delivered quickly in by the Newfoundland Labrador right fielder, Julia Sharp. So Logan Grant here for British Columbia, the shortstop. Took the first pitch for a strike. And a ball chop foul for strike two.
I guess a shout out to the Victoria Eagles. That's Logan's playing team back home. I'm sure they're all tuning in too. See how their teammate is doing.
Bottom of the first, British Columbia with the leadoff single from Emma Lecomte. Here's a pitch, a little low. Count now 1-2. That's high, and the count even now at 2-2. Check on the runner at first. Foul ball. Count remains at 2-2.
Crowd very, very vocal here this evening.
Love the chatter at the ballpark all around. This place is on wheels and it's blocked. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop there by Kerry Russell, the Newfoundland Labrador catcher. And on the pitch, Emma Lecomte took second base.
I guess all those years crawling around the bases as a toddler paid off.
Swing and a miss, strike three as Jenny Murphy gets her first strikeout of the Canada Games, and that's going to be a great bit of confidence boosting there. Let's have a look at Jen pulling the string here to set Logan Grant down. And there's a look at it. Beauty. Jessica Slater, catcher number 14, with her first plate appearance here tonight. The runner in scoring position at second. Fouled away.
Jessica Slater from Kamloops.
That's fouled away. Jenny Murphy finding her groove here after a leadoff single by Emma Lecomte, who hit it solidly in the right field. Miss Murphy has gotten a note, and she's ahead 1-2 here on Jessica Slater. Checks the runner, has her sign. Here's the pitch. Down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slight lead for Emma Lecomte down at second, as you can see. Great work here, ladies and gentlemen. And a ball that is hit foul down the first base line. Greta Andrews down there at first base, giving it a look. But it's foul, and the count remains at 2-2.
Jessica and her teammate that's on deck both made the BC under 14 and under 16 team last year.
Layla Spencer, the third baseman in the on-deck circle.
I mean, it's one thing to make one team. Why not make two? You're not busy enough with one.
Look-see there to check the runner. Newfoundland Labrador second baseman Lily Beresford in. Shortstop moves over to keep the runner close, and that ball's hit hard but foul down the right field line. Jenny Murphy stepping off of the rubber. Waiting for that ball to be taken off the playing surface. And here we go. 2-2 offering on the way. And it's hit hard down to first. Greta Andrews had it, had time to flip to Jenny Murphy. But the runner's going to be safe, unfortunately, for Newfoundland Labrador. Let's have a look here to see. That ball was hit extremely hard and took a bit of a funky carom on Greta Andrews, potentially. We'll get it firsthand here. Really kind of hard to tell there. And then, of course, Jen tried to get over there in time, but the runner's safe. So BC with runners at first and third here. And here is the number 4 hitter, the third baseman, number 18, Layla Spencer. Wee bit of trouble for Newfoundland Labrador here. See if Miss Murphy can wiggle out of it. First pitch is high, throw down. Oh, it was Jenny Murphy grabbed that throw from Kerry Russell. Wasn't going to let it go through, and I'm not sure if that was a design play or not, but if it was, that's pretty smart. You might have got a runner dangling or trying to come off the bag at third, but to no avail, and the runner steals the base. Now BC's in good shape here with 2 aboard here and only 1 out. Pitch is high. And the count goes to 2-0. You know, Bill, obviously both teams would love to win this game, but I think when you look at the scope of the overall picture of what we're here tonight seeing, as that pitch is high, makes it 3-2. I'm not sure really if the outcome is really relevant. I think it's just that it's such a great moment. Of course, you want to win,
yes,
but just to be part of it is history in the making and a fabulous, fabulous unfolding.
Well, this Newfoundland Labrador team is very, very young, so the experience alone is going to be a priceless one.
So Jen Murphy is able to deal a strike there, and now we get a full count. She'd love to get a strikeout here to get out of this uprising for Team BC. As Layla Spencer looks in, the hitters count 3-1. Here's the pitch. She hits it hard and a straightaway center, and that ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer for Layla Spencer of Team BC. And the team from the left coast has jumped out on top here in the top of the first inning. So how about this historic moment? Let you have a look at this ball that was powdered to straightaway center, jumping all over it. And this is a ball hit deep, and it was a no-doubter for Emma Spencer. And there's the swing. Look at the beautiful swing. Short, tight, precise, and out of here.
She knew right away that was out.
Ella Estoque, the center fielder. Absolutely, and watch her emphatically step on the plate, making history. What a moment here in St. John's, Newfoundland Labrador, for ladies baseball. The first of many thrilling moments we hope and trust and pray for moving forward. Hearing Jada Lee in the interview, what a great pregame show. Robbie Doherty with an interview with Jada and her talking about groundbreaking but also disappointed about not having a senior ladies league to try for, or a senior team, a national team. That's got to be in the cards.
Oh, it has to be. With this much talent
And
that's
if it's
being on
not,
display.
you better get started. This would be an ideal time right here, right now. So British Columbia with a 3-run homer from Layla Spencer have a 3-0 lead. Jenny Murphy hitting that pitch in on the hands of Ella Escoque.
And Ella's also one of the busier players on this BC squad. We mentioned a few moments ago, players that played for 2 different teams. Ella plays for the Delta Inferno and the California Wave.
Well, at her age?
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive. Jenny Murphy looking for the sign. Here's the pitch, foul back. Hit on the count, 1-2. 1 away. And BC, a powerhouse in baseball across this country, showing why. There's a ball that's hit down the left field line. Will it stay? It will be caught out there. Staying with it was the left fielder, Kate Lombard, and she made a nice catch out there. Ball hit pretty well. That's 270 down the line. That's no small poke here. Let's have a look as Kate Lombard was able to backpedal. And I know she's there somewhere. There you are. She played it perfectly, and she had a little bit of room to roam out there as well.
Young fans in the hills there had a good view of that.
So 2 down. And here is Lily Chang. Lily Chang, the second baseman who made the final out. Defensively for BC in the top of the first. The ball hit into foul territory, and that's going to get out of play. Nice effort there by Greta Andrews, the first baseman, number 38. Hustling over, giving it a look. She ran out of room, unfortunately, for Newfoundland Labrador. Bill, we witnessed the young BC team win the gold medal in a thrilling 3-2 win over Quebec on the strength of a 5th-inning homer by Oscar Leah. But we talked many a time about the strength of the baseball programs in around the Vancouver area.
That's right.
There's a strike in there as Miss Murphy deals. But, and it's just noticing, Bill, Canada represented at the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And again, another team from the Vancouver area.
They just beat Australia 12-0.
Here's a ball fouled away. Count remains 1-2. 2 down, nobody aboard here. Damage done already in the first as Layla Spencer, the third baseman for BC, made it with a booming 3-run homer. Here's the pitch. That's a little tight. Evening the count at 2-2 with 2 down here. Jenny Murphy would love to get a out here and get her teammates back up to the plate. And the pitch. High. 2-2. My bad. I thought it was 2-2 prior to that pitch. That evens it up there now. 3-2. It's a full count. I knew it was 2-2. Now it's 3-2. Here's the wind, the pitch. That's inside. And Lily Chang will draw the walk. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 25, Lucy Gutierrez.
Now batting the left fielder, number 25, numero 25, Lucy Gutierrez.
That's chop foul. That's going to find the top of the BC dugout and bound in amongst the spectators. And great to see all the teams and their coaching staffs in attendance to witness this game. It's like a big ladies baseball family here all together. Many friends will be made during this week. Game on, but it's fantastic.
Lucy, who's up to plate now, of course, loving baseball, but her family, big baseball and softball players.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. Gobbled up by the center fielder. Brooke Murphy will get that back in. And British Columbia making Jenny Murphy work here extremely hard. BC hitting the ball hard. They're just the Aces there, you see. They have a name on their jersey. The BC Aces, I'll say Aces. Look at that swing. Nice cut. And the runners moving up, playing it station to station. They are indeed. BC feeling real good about themselves here at the bottom of the first, and rightfully so.
Well, a little meeting on the mound here, and you mentioned earlier that the weather is very, very nice, and any ball player will tell you playing in the cold doesn't do well for your muscles, your joints. So nice little stretch before this game will keep all players in shape, since this is just the beginning of what's going to be an historic and absolutely fantastic tournament at the 2025 Canada Games.
Newfoundland Labrador assistant coach Troy Croft out to the mound, along with Kerry Russell, the catcher, and Jenny Murphy, the pitcher, trying to settle her down a little bit. They were smiling. That's the thing, Bill. There's a ball that's going to get away, and the runners are going to move up here. British Columbia will stay pat at second and third. The lead runner took a little longer look. That's Lily Chang. She came down the line a little bit off the bag, but said, no, I'm not going to try that there. But just seeing the smile on their faces, hey, they're enjoying the moment. I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but I think the outcomes are relevant. They're here. They're going to play the best of their abilities, and they're going to share this moment forever, and they're going to have fun, and that's what it's all about. Here's a ball that's popped up high. Second baseman capping under it, gets the third out. And that is going to do it. But BC, on the strength of a boat, you're about to see right here, a stomp on the plate and a ball hit deep to straightaway center. And it's BC up 3-0 back after this.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Hey, where could I find these shoes?
Heads up!
Whoa.
Keep up this back to school with Adidas at Sport Check.
St. Pat's Ballpark on a Monday evening here. A historic Monday, the 18th of August, 2025. There is the first runner touching the plate. There's the second BC runner touching the plate. And here's the historic batter that made it all happen, number 18, Layla Spencer of Team BC. So here we are, top of the second inning, and leading off for Team Newfoundland Labrador is the extra hitter, number 19, Rebecca McCarthy. Bill?
And she's going to be a good person having the lineup because not only is she there with her bat, but she's also a pitcher and a catcher. So any defensive switches that have to be made, that's why she's in the lineup.
That's not Julia Sharp. This is the number 4 hitter from Rebecca McCarthy. They call it the extra hitter here in ladies baseball. Everybody hits, all 10 in the lineup hit. We didn't see that in the men's competition last week. So a little different twist, but groundbreaking as it is, it's a fabulous moment. And you know, Bill, right now, from what I understand, 40,000 young women from coast to coast in Canada are playing baseball.
Yes.
That's a great number. It's going to take them a while to get I'm going to say a senior ladies team underway, but they're working on it. And hopefully that day gets here soon. Throw across the diamond is in time as Rebecca McCarthy hit it down to short. And a fairly simplistic there for Logan Grant. We'll have a peek to show you how. She actually chopped it the other way, and then she's got a great arm there. And she got it across the diamond in plenty of time to send Rebecca McCarthy back to the Newfoundland Labrador dugout. Here's the catcher, number 7, Carrie Russell.
Yeah, her older sister Holly is also a very accomplished baseball player from central Newfoundland. And if she were a little younger, she'd probably be playing in this tournament with her little sister.
Grand Falls, Windsor, and central Newfoundland Labrador. That pitch is up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Emma Lecomp's pitch down in the dirt. 2-1. Pitcher's high, running the count of 3-1. Bill, I'm no mathematician by any stretch of the imagination, but to straightaway center here in the ladies competition, that's 300 feet. And she hit that well over 300 feet.
That she did.
I might be apt to tack on another 15, maybe 20 feet. She hit it that hard. The pitch. Got a piece of it to stay alive here on a full count offering from Emma Lecomte. We started this uprising for BC back in the bottom of the first with a line drive base hit off of Jenny Murphy to get things going early for British Columbia. Ryan Rogers, Bill Hart. And what a pleasure to be with you tonight. Swing and a miss. And down goes Miss Carrie Russell. That'll bring to the plate Greta Andrews, the first baseman, watching Lecomte deal. And there was some heat on that one, as you can see. A good cut by Carrie Russell, but she couldn't catch up to it. That's in there for a call for a strike as Greta Andrews, the first baseman. Go ahead, Bill. I know you're looking at the charts.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. From Corner Brook, know Greta very well. She is the daughter of my first cousin. So a family member up at the plate. And I'll tell you this right now. Her parents, very, very athletic. So it's no surprise. Greta plays anything and everything.
Going to take that pitch inside. Count in her favor. 2 balls and a strike. 2 down, top of 2. BC 3, Newfoundland Labrador nothing. Good eyes, as we say around here. Round here. You hear that a lot. Good eyes, good eyes.
Greta won a provincial title with the Corner Brook Barons last year.
Real healthy cut. 3-2. Emma Lecomte, British Columbia pitcher, trying to set him down in order. And that ball hit hard, but it'll be in amongst the spectators. And Emma LeCompte strikes out. Greta Andrews with a cut on that. We'll take a look at her big cut. Newfoundland Labrador coming up empty to pitch a little high, but she had a healthy cut. And it's 3-0 BC, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
I've been to many different national championships, but like Canada Games was so much bigger. Canada Games, just having that like big name gives everyone something to like push towards and like look forward to. I knew like my outcome would affect like younger girls coming up.
Back at the ballpark, St. Pat's Ballpark in the Ravine here in the east end of the capital city of St. John's on this historic night for women's baseball across the greatest country in the world, oh, Canada, where BC are off to a 3-0 lead on the strength of a 3-run homer by third baseman Layla Spencer, who made instant history here in the bottom of the first, and we head to the bottom of the second. Bill, what you got, my man?
Well, coming up, our next batter will be hailing from Vancouver, so she's surrounded by, as you mentioned before, BC, a hotbed of young baseball talent. Little League World Series, the current one, is a good example of that.
Olivia Roos stepping in for Team BC. Number 22, she's the right fielder.
Talk about young players leaving an impact. She is only 14 years old.
So Jenny Murphy back to work for her second inning. Pitch a little upstairs, 2-0 count. Outside, 3-0. And that's down and away for ball 4. So Olivia Roos draws a base on balls to start off the bottom of the second inning for Team BC. And here's the extra hitter, number 13, Alia Weckerly. All 10 ladies bat, which I think is cool. Everybody hits, everybody gets a cut. And speaking of cuts, a healthy one, but coming up empty is Alia Weckerly. Jen Murphy getting ahead of the count here, 0-1. Beautiful night here at St. Pat's, perfect for baseball. Pitch a little up.
You said it, it's perfect.
They say the ball doesn't carry when it's cold. Well, if you ask Layla Spencer, she said, what? Say what? Runner at first. And Jen Murphy's delivery. That ball is popped up. It's going to be off the screen. It'll bound back down.
Alia plays for the Vancouver Expos, under 15 AA team.
You know, Bill, just talking about the Little League World Series, you could just well imagine in the neighborhoods around Vancouver, the third largest metropolitan area, obviously, in the country, but just imagine how many kids are playing ball and the young gals see some of their schoolmates or the young fellows playing and say, hey, we can play too, and here they are.
Yes.
And you telling me that's had not an adverse effect on how skilled they are?
Well, look no further than the girls who have played on boys' team for generations.
Jen Murphy would love a punch out here, especially with a runner on first and 3 already in. She has her sign. Here's the pitch. That ball's drilled into right field, but it's going to be caught. Well done by Julia Sharp, the young gal from Torbay. Well, the umpire, Tasha Haynes, took a spill there. We'll watch young Sharp camp onto this one and put it away. And a ball that was hit hard into the opposite field, too. So you talk about going the other way. And there you have a look at Julia Sharp hauling it in. And that's a big out for Newfoundland and Labrador. And as head coach Mark Healy told Robbie Doherty in the pregame show, yeah, there's nerves. Of course there is. You're the host team as well, and it's in your hometown, your home province. Of course you're going to be nervous, but I'm thinking good energy.
Well, it's hard to be a coach and tell these young women that, hey, it's just another tournament. You've played them all before, but it's, you know, that noodling around in your head that this is the Canada Games, the best of the best across the country. And we also said they were dancing earlier, so the nerves weren't too rattled.
Yes, they're having fun. They're having fun. So they do the right thing and check on the home plate umpire, Tasha Haynes, to make sure she's okay. They're good to see the director of the officiating here from Baseball Canada on location. And now we're back to action here. Murphy's pitch is hit hard in the hole. That's a line drive base hit. And it gets through the left fielder's legs, and BC's going to pick up an extra base. BC third base coach throwing up the stop sign there. That's a tough break there for the shortstop for Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Callie Ash, the ball was hit extremely hard. And it takes a hard bounce through her right there. That's the left fielder, pardon me. Kate Lombard, my bad. It was hit so hard. Callie Ash, the shortstop, she didn't have a play, Brian. Figure it out. So Mark Healy to the mound to talk to Jenny Murphy. And Jenny Murphy will be replaced on the mound, it appears, but Jen normally plays shortstop for Team Newfoundland Labrador, so we'll get a pitching change. And it wouldn't be a shocker, I don't think, that Jenny comes in and plays short. We'll see.
Well, that BC player that just scored that double a few moments ago, you talk about the love of the game. And, you know, those who love the game, you don't have to wake them up for practice. They're already awake and ready to go. Well, Emma, she's been known to take off to the field at dawn and hit a bucket of balls before school starts.
Now that's dedication. Now that's
wow.
The love of the game there.
That
exemplified. So a pitching change for Team Newfoundland Labrador. Jenny Murphy's going to go over and play first. And it's going to be Brooke Murphy, who was in center field to start. Brooke Murphy will now switch out. So I'm going to make quick note of this here. So Jen Murphy goes to first base. Now, Bill, you mentioned that young Greta Andrews is a multi-position player. I shouldn't assume it. I think she's going out to center field. Jen Murphy will go to first base, and Brooke Murphy, the center fielder, comes into pitch. I hope I got that right. We'll keep an eye on it. And if we have it wrong, well, We're learning as well. We're learning like the young gals. I'm learning to call. You're learning to do colors.
That's right.
And we're learning as we go.
Well, Newfoundland and Labrador, chock full of players that are multi-positional players. Pitching, fielding, catching, they're all over the place. It's a great luxury to have when you have to make movements like this.
So the BC line score so far here, and they're looking like they are in a pretty good position to tack on here. But let's see if Brooke Murphy can come in and pick up her teammate Jenny Murphy. Wheel and deal and get a couple outs. There is one away. Runners at second and third. And stepping in to bat for Team BC is the shortstop, number 12, Logan Grant. Brooke Murphy's first offering down low for ball one.
Logan Grant from Langford. Shout out to the fine people there.
Cranked foul, just foul. Look out. One and one away, 2 on. BC 3, Newfoundland Labrador nothing. Pitches outside, 2-1. And we play 7. Play 7. That's in there. Sorry, I shouldn't be calling strikes before they're called strikes, but I think that was a no-brainer. That was right down the heart of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the BC shortstop, Logan Grant. Brooke Murphy has got the sign. Winds and fires. In there! Call, third strike. Tidy ball on the outside corner. Let's have a look at this. That was a beauty. So Brooke Murphy gets the outside corner. No sense to frame that pitch. I don't think the kids are being taught to frame, and rightfully so. Let the major leaguers do it. They're not strikes. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was a strike. 2 down here in the BC second inning. They're up 3-0. And here's the catcher, number 14, Jessica Slater, with power hitter Layla Spencer in the on-deck circle. Pitch a bit high. Nice play there.
I'll tell you, Jessica's a bit of a good hitter herself at the 2024 Under-17B Provincial Championships. She hit .615 with 9 singles, 5 doubles, a triple, and a grand slam home run.
Ooh. So hot stick. Here's the pitch. Good healthy cut, fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Newfoundland head coach Mark Healy retrieving that ball. Brooke Murphy has the sign from Kerry Russell. And here's the pitch. That one is fouled back. Heads up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, right at the top of the backstop there, Bill. That one looked like it had enough to go, but there is the protective mesh that accompanies that as well to save from someone from taking a bruise on the top of the head or somewhere else. Heads up. They still can get through. You got to be alert. Oh, the excitement of watching what's unfolding here, but you got to keep your head up and your eyes open all times here in the ballpark. That ball is going to be cranked up in the air. Shortstop calls, makes the catch, and that'll retire BC. as Brooke Murphy comes in and shuts down Team BC and keeps it 3-0 for the team from the left coast. Back after more for the 2025 Canada Games.
With a spark and becomes a guiding light. Teamwork, friendship, getting social. When the games are gone, the games go on. Orange Store, fuel the spirit.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
What is it about a place that stays with you long after you leave? Truth is, it's never what at all.
Back here at St. Pat's Ballpark on a beautiful Monday evening, the 18th of August, the year 2025. Canada Summer Games, Week 2, action underway. BC, Newfoundland, Labrador. Women's baseball, what a night it's been so far here at the park. As Newfoundland and Labrador bat here in the top of the third inning. And it's the third baseman, number 14, Avery Dirtle.
Hailing from Paradise and representing the Paradise Phantoms.
Emma LeCompte on the mound. Throws a strike there. Nice cut by Avery Dirtle. Lily Beresford is in the on-deck circle, the second baseman.
Like many of these players, Avery's dad also responsible for getting her into the game of baseball.
Swing and a miss, strike three, but a real good cut. Emma LeCompte is dealing here for Team BC. These young ladies can swing the bat, Bill. Timing everything, obviously, but there's a good cut. That was a really, really nice pitch. Lily Beresford, the second baseman, number 28. With Callie Ash, the on-deck circle for Team Newfoundland Labrador. Still looking for their first hit. They're not going to get it here as the first baseman puts that away for Team BC. Cameron Dick. And there's one down. 7 straight for Emma LeCompte. And here is Callie Ash, the shortstop, number 77. And Bill, nice to see the scoring back in the inning when the ball just got through Kate Lombard's legs. That's tough out there, probably a little wet on the grass as well.
Sure.
It's cool.
That's right.
And they scored it a double, and that's the proper thing.
You may have heard louder than usual cheers when Callie came up. She's from Mount Pearl. Well represented here.
Late swing, but you got a piece of that. So 2 down here on the top of the third. BC leading Newfoundland Labrador 3-0 in the inaugural women's baseball game at the 2025 Canada Summer Games. We've arrived, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with the emphasis on women and girls. Emma LeCompte has been in control, and she's showing you what. There's a lovely pitch. Good eyes by Callie Ash, the Newfoundland Labrador shortstop. And she takes outside to run the count to full 3-2. She may not be the biggest player out there, but boy, she looks like a great little ball player. We're number 77. And she's going to drive that one toward the shortstop. Good hustle down the line. And she's safe. So there is Newfoundland and Labrador's first base hit of the ball game. And let's have a look here. She got into the box extremely quickly and got down the line as it took a while to get there. The BC shortstop took a little bit of hesitation there and great camera work, and bang, bang, tie goes to the runner. And Newfoundland and Labrador have a runner aboard.
You said it, Brian. She looks like a great little ball player, and the speed to show it right there.
Hustling out of the box and getting down the line. Mount Pearl's own Callie Ash, the shortstop, number 77. Well done. Well done, dear. Sorry, a little emotional here. Great to see. So Kate Lombard, the left fielder, number 29, that's Lombard, pardon me.
Another player from Corner Brook.
1-1 on the Newfoundland Labrador left fielder. There goes Callie Ash trying to steal, and she's in there. Stolen base, and how about that slide? Well, let's have a look at the steal. As off and running was Callie Ash, and she can really motor. Let's have a looky here. She got herself a nice little lead, and away she went. And there she is down at second, and a big opportunity here now for Kate Lombard to drive her in and get Newfoundland and Labrador on the board. Swing and a miss, so a good, healthy cut. But hey, that's a positive right there for Newfoundland and Labrador. And it's still 3-0 BC as we approach the bottom of the third inning. Live coverage of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Welcome to Canada Games House, proudly presented by Canadian Tire, a place where Canada Games athletes, their family, friends, and supporters get to come, gather, celebrate, and chill out. Suivez-moi, allons voir. Within these walls, we welcome, accept, and respect everyone.
C'est vraiment un espace incroyable dans un site formidable au centre-ville et on a hâte, tous les provinces et territoires s'intéressent pour être ici, puis même les familles.
I actually wasn't expecting this. It's really cool to have a place where your parents can kind of be a part of it as well.
There's a lot of activities kids can do, ping pong or foosball.
I think it's great that we have a place to come here to unwind. It's a great little community inside of the games.
It just has a warm sense of atmosphere about it when you walk in here.
Canada Games are about safe sport, about culture, about good vibes only, and that we have a space that celebrates all of those values.
Thank you, Canadian Tire, for making the Canada Games House a reality. Au revoir et profitez de votre temps aux Jeux du Canada.
Okay, back here at St. Pat's Ballpark in the east end of St. John's, as we bring you live continuing coverage of the 2025 Canada Summer Games, courtesy of Universal Media Inc., based out of Charlottetown, PEI. Want to thank all of the members of the crew, various crews at the various venues. We've got volunteers and pros from Ontario, right through down through Atlantic Canada, including the Maritimes, where they're based out of, and it's been awesome working with you. Let's keep up the great work. First offering here in the bottom of the third from Brooke Murphy is a little outside for ball one. And this is the lady who made history with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the first, Layla Spencer, the third baseman for Team BC, and she hit a long drive to straightaway center field, well over 300 feet into the St. John's night in an historic at bat history of the Canada Summer Games. And she cranks this one toward second. Nice convenient hop through to first. Good stretch by Jenny Murphy, and they're saying that she was pulled off the bag.
Yeah.
Boy, that looked bang bang to me. I know it was a high chopper. And I thought that Jenny Murphy was there in plenty of time. Oh, look, her toe was still on the bag at the time.
Yeah. I think it may have momentum stretching for that ball.
Oh, okay. I think the umpire, she reversed her call, I believe. Well, the runner's not there, so.
No.
Okay, so she must have said, okay, I took a look. I thought I had it right. I got it wrong, but now I'm going to get it right, and I'm going to send the BC runner back to the dugout. So that's a coup for Team Newfoundland Labrador. Great stretch by Jenny Murphy to keep her positioning on the bag to get a big out from a big-time hitter, Layla Spencer, who showed you why in the bottom of the first with that 3-run blast. So, big out for Team Newfoundland Labrador here. Brooke Murphy in her second inning of action. There's a ball chopped down to second, and a convenient bounce there, and it's put away by Lily Beresford, who's a busy young gal here in the bottom of the third inning. Did a nice job there, too. The BC bats, they're cooking with oil, and they're hitting everything hard. Even the Oats are hard hit balls. But young Brooke Murphy settling things down for Team Newfoundland Labrador. 2 away here. And the pitch in there for a call strike. Nice looking pitch, a little low, it appears.
Lily Chang plays for the Richmond Islanders, under 17 A team.
Yes, that's right, Bill. Thank you. The second baseman, Lily Chang, Ella Estoque, the center fielder, rounded out to second baseman, Lily Beresford. Brooke Murphy gets her sign, 2-1 offering. And that ball is going to be caught. Nice play right there as Callie Ash shows you why. She was right in perfect position to haul in the liner. Ball hit pretty hard. Callie stuck with it and made it look fairly simplistic. Nice play there. They're really, really happy. And you talk about the beauty of the games, you're going to see smiles from these young ladies, whether good, bad, or indifferent. So we're going to stick with you. Bill, it's been quite a ball game as we wait for Newfoundland Labrador's top of the fourth. But let's take you down and show you what has unfolded here so far at the ballpark. St. Pat's Ballpark. BC with a big bottom of the first inning, getting the 3-run homer there from Layla Spencer. You see the first 2 BC runners tap the place, and here she comes, stomping emphatically on home plate. And hey, this is the great game. It's so enthralling to have this unfolding in front of us as we see what's been going on here so far in the opening 3 innings of play. Been fun so far, Bill, and I think everybody in attendance would agree this is just a monumental moment for not only the Canada Games, but for baseball in action. We've had a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And that's exactly what a baseball fan wants to see.
Timely hitting, great defense, lovely pitching, and just an all-round joyful 3 innings. And let's hope that the rest of the week is just as exciting as it's been through the first 3. So let's go to the top of the fourth here. Newfoundland and Labrador trailing by a score of 3-0. But their confidence is starting to exude here, Bill, and that's a good thing to see. Some good things are happening for Team NL. They're facing a real tough pitcher in Emma Comp, who's only given up one hit so far, and that was Callie Ash's infield single that she beat out.
And she's pitching great, 5K so far, and this early in the game.
The pitch is a little high.
Julia Sharp up for bat for Newfoundland and Labrador from Torbay. Played on the under-16 Nationals in 23 and 24.
Good eye there as you get a real bird's eye view of what it's all about. Pitcher to catcher. There's the spirit. The gals leaning on the rail there, and they're all fired up. Strike three call on the outside corner as Ella LeComte continues to wheel and deal for Team BC. And Julia Sharp caught looking there on a call third strike, and it was a heck of a pitch and a tough one. Even if she would have got her bat around here, you can see the break on the pitch, and there you go. There was a bit of framing there, I see, but that's a great look, gang. Thank you so much. Makes the job so much easier up here. Well, not that it's easy, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun, though, I can tell you that. That pitch is high as Brooke Murphy steps in. Brooke started in center. He's taken over on the mound. And what do you got, Bill?
Well, Brooke knows what it's like to win it all. She was a member of the winning team at the 2024 Newfoundland and Labrador Summer Games.
See on that shot, head coach Mark Healy, arms folded. Good cut there by Brooke. Comes up a little empty. And the pitch. That's in there. This young lady on the mound for British Columbia, Emma LeComte, number 19, has been solid. And there's a ball chipped off the end of the bat. The pitcher will handle it herself. And there are two down here in the Newfoundland Labrador, top of the fourth inning. You're going to see here, here's a prime example of the ball not getting off the bat as well as it would if it were hot. It's cool, it's chilly, not cold, but here she makes the, and she said, I just missed it. I just missed it. There you go. She said, throw me that pitch again in my next at bat. I said, she's going to hit it further the next time. And she's enjoying the moment, and rightfully so. Wonderful to see the spirit of the Canada Games and these outstanding young men and women. And there's another tapper back as Jen Murphy never got everything on it, but Emma LeComte was able to field it quite cleanly, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the fourth here for Newfoundland Labrador. And Jen saying, yeah, just would like to get it a little more squared up. BC happy. There's Jenny Murphy getting out of the box. And Emma LeComte finishing the play there. And that'll do it for Newfoundland Labrador in the top of four. So it remains 3-0 from BC. We hope you're enjoying the action on CBC Gem and NTV Plus, the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Here that'll take your breath away. Music is surely one. There's a certain rhythm to this place. Leave no song unsung.
Leading off back for Team British Columbia, number 25, numéro 25, Lucy Gutierrez.
Bottom of 4, BC 3, Newfoundland Labrador nothing. I'm Brian Rogers alongside Bill Hart. And happy to be here on this cool but exhilarating Monday night. It's going to be a base hit for Team BC. Throw coming across. She was getting down the line very quickly. And you'll see it just past the outstretched glove there. And then the throw across. Jen Murphy happened to go after that ball, and you can see that she had that clearly beat. Clearly had it beat. Good wheels. Teaching them at a young age to, you make contact, you put your head down, and you run.
Yeah, never give up on a play, ever.
In other words, don't watch Major League Baseball if you want to see how to hustle. These kids have been an absolute delight watching them play. A great game. Baseball. Murphy keeping a check on the British Columbia base runner. Lucy Gutierrez. Little hit and run on here. BC playing the aggressive ball that we were accustomed to seeing last week with the men. The women do exactly the same. Well, Bill, I love the intricacies of small ball, and this is what works. This is how you win ball games. Hit and run, and done perfectly. As the ball got by the second baseman, Lily Beresford, who made a great effort at it.
Now batting for Team British Columbia, number 22.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that's terrific. You know, you got to time yourself so you don't get struck by the ball because it's an automatic go. Well, she knew where she was going. And first to third, and BC in business here again in the bottom of the fourth inning with a 3-0 lead here in the inaugural ladies baseball or women's baseball here at the 2025 Canada Summer Games. Pitch in tight on Olivia Roos, the right fielder.
Olivia, a member of the Trout Lake baseball squad. She pitches, she catches, first base, outfield, once again. One of those multi-positional players that's playing in this game today.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I think coaching staff should encourage playing multiple positions. Get you in the lineup a lot quicker, right? That's hit high and hard, and drops in between the third baseman and the pitcher. Brooke Murphy came over. Avery Dirtle was underneath it, and a little miscommunication here cost Newfoundland and Labrador an out. It's way, way up there. And here is Avery Dirtle, but I guess maybe Brooke, by that great highlight, had a better look. You got to call that ball as quick as you can. And another ball chop foul.
That's a tough break for Team Newfoundland.
Well, it really is, and it's hard for us to pick up if anyone called the ball, but that's where the third baseman, if you got the best position there, you got to charge. You got to take charge and call out. But it looked like on the replay that Avery saw Brooke coming and coming quickly as she pounced off the mound. Pretty good looking pitch right there, and no call, and hear a little bit of anguish in the crowd for Team Newfoundland Labrador, and they're faithful. Brooke Murphy tries to wiggle out of a first and third situation. There's a ball drilled into left, and that is going to drop. BC will score one, And they're going to get runners at second and third, a stand-up double for Team BC. And they increase their lead to 4-0. And that might be tough out there in the lights, too, for the left fielder. Let's have a look. The ball was struck well. And you know what? Came down and it bounced in front. That was well done there by the base runner on third. Lucy Gutierrez looked back. She knew it was dropping, and she took off her home and scored easily, even with a little stylish pop-up slide. Hey, that's good practice. Why not? Just to make sure. Because you don't know if that ball's hightailing it down your backside, and you have to go into slide mode. As we look here at Alia Weckerle. She cranks this one up, and that's going to be in amongst the spectators. And all kinds of youngsters scattering like little rats down there trying to get a souvenir. Right? That's the beauty of it right there. That's why I love this game so much at this level. The enthusiasm, the noise, the smells. It's baseball at its finest. Pitches outside. So Team Newfoundland and Labrador down 4-0, but they've had some good moments here so far. Nothing to hang their heads about. They're in tough against an extremely talented young BC team. Swing and a miss, strike three. A nice strikeout there for Brooke Murphy as she was able to get the bender by Alia Weckerle. So Brooke Murphy pulls the string. The lovely pitch there. And that's out number one. So back to the top of the order, and here is Emma Lecomte, who has held Team Newfoundland Labrador to one hit. An infield single by Callie Ash.
Well,
back in the fourth.
Not only is she pitching a gem here so far, but she's already singled and doubled in this game.
Can you imagine now? Spinning a one-hitter through four, and you're only 2 hits away from a cycle at the Canada Games? Not that that's imperative, but that's still a cool thing. I mean, if she is able to deliver the rest, maybe gets this at bat, another one, that would be awesome.
You know, we've seen so much here from our young athletes this week at the Canada Games. That would not surprise me at all.
Yeah. It's been a real treat in all sports. Pitch outside to Emma Lecomte. Runs the count to 2-1 with 1 on, 2 aboard. BC up 4-0, threatening to score more with runners at second and third. And a ball punched into center, and that is not going to be caught, but it came right to the shortstop. It bounced off the Team Newfoundland and Labrador center fielder's glove. Another run will score. And that's tough stuff there for Team Newfoundland Labrador.
And they're calling it a hit.
Yep. Well, we're going to see. Got a feeling that it may have dropped in before. Yeah, indeed. That's good scoring right there by the official scorekeepers. That's a base hit. And of course, the runner was coming into plate anyways, but that was Greta Andrews who came in, gave it a valiant try. And a pitch here from Brooke Murphy is a little bit high for ball one. Logan Grant, the shortstop, number 12. His Team BC has increased their lead to 5-0. Runners at first and second, still just 1 away. That's in there for a called strike. Just joining us on CBC Gem or NTV Plus. Hope you're enjoying the action here and your viewing history back at home in the comforts of your households. And what a moment for ladies, women's baseball across this great country of ours. 40,000 young women playing the great game from Newfoundland, Labrador out to BC, and in all points in between. Pitch is high, runs the count full. 5-0 British Columbia. Still lots of excitement though, and the ball, a pickup play is thrown into center field, and the British Columbia runner will move up to third uncontested. That's Olivia Roos, the right fielder. Brooke Murphy trying to keep the runner in check. Pitch was high. And I think it was right after that that she decided to go back to second. Unfortunately, it did not pan out for her. So first and third with one away. The official scoring on it, and don't read me wrong, it's a no-brainer. It was an error.
Runner on first just took off for second. Now it's second and third.
Well, they're very aggressive, obviously. The ball fouled off down the third base line out of play. So the count remains full on Logan Grant. Runners at second and third. A brace of runs here, leading a pair in the bottom of 4 for Team BC. That pitch is high, and that's ball 4. Bill, I think for Team Newfoundland Labrador, I know that the nerves are there. There's probably some little bit of anxiety. I think just the small victories now, Billy, along the way. Play hard, have fun. Forget about what's happened already in the game. Do the things that got you here.
Yeah, well, the first battle they need to win right now is to get out of this inning. Don't think about the runners on the base. You just need one out, and you get up to the plate and try to erase some of this deficit. So any mistakes that this team has made, you can't dwell on those. And I know the coaches across the country tell their players this exact same thing. It's tough because sometimes baseball is truly a mental game.
So assistant coach Troy Croft, one of the greatest Newfoundland Labrador baseball players that I ever seen. Part of Baseball Academy Canada many years ago, out for a quick little visit with his battery. Kerry Russell, the catcher, and Brooke Murphy, the pitcher. Knowing Troy, he's just saying, hey, gals, back to basics. Exactly what we just reiterated. That pitch is going to get away from Kerry Russell, and the 6 BC run will cross the plate. Unfortunate circumstances for Team NL as the pitch got off the top of the glove of Kerry Russell and goes to the backstop. And then Olivia Roos is able to come down from third and score BC's 6th run. Jessica Slater, the catcher for Team BC, steps in with the bases loaded, hits a high fly ball to center. The catch is dropped. The ball is dropped, unfortunately. And another run will score, and BC has a 7-0 lead. Wondering if some of the young outfielders for Team Newfoundland Labrador may be having some difficulty with the lights. The standards are bright. The ball is hit straight up in the air. She had maybe just took her eye off it just a little bit, and the run crosses the plate. And it's all BC as they bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner going. I thought I heard time called. Maybe I didn't. I don't think I'm hearing things.
Oh, but another stolen base for BC.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive. There's a line shot. That's going to score 2. That's going to go all the way to the fence. And British Columbia will plate 2 more.
Oh, going for 3.
Yes, indeed. And standing up into third base is Layla Spencer. What a night she's had. Layla Spencer, a grand slam, and now a 2-run triple and a 5 RBI performance as the ball got through and got all the way to the fence. Runners scoring, standing up. And Layla Spencer motoring all the way to third base. Five runs in here in the bottom of the 4th and an 8-0 lead. Pitch in the dirt. So even in a situation like this with Team NL down 8-0, I still believe in everything we were talking about there a little while ago about the coaching staff keeping their players loose. They're still having fun. But you know what? You can learn an awful lot from watching this team, BC. Their program is just simply outstanding.
Oh, listen, they have some powerful hitters on this squad.
Well-rounded, too. They're a deep team, you can tell. Everybody contributes, and that's what you need, part of your winning formula. Pitch is outside. So young Brooke Murphy, who started this game in center field, coming in relief of Jenny Murphy, kind of taking one here for Team NL as she tries to get out of this inning without any more damage done. But unfortunately, that might be easier said than done because this is just a really, really well-oiled BC team. Young ladies can play the game this well is extremely impressive. And she'll draw ball 4. So this long bottom of the 4th continues. Here comes Mark Healy, Team NL head coach. Mound visit here.
Well, it's a tough one for Team Newfoundland and Labrador for sure. Getting that final out. I mean, how many times have you heard this? They do it on 2 outs.
So Mark Healy will make a pitching change here. I think it's Chloe Daw that's coming to pitch for Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Bill, number 5. There's Carrie Russell going out to have a chat with the latest Newfoundland Labrador pitcher, number 5, Chloe Daw. She's from the West Coast, town of Pasadena, just on the outskirts of Corner Brook.
Pasadena, to be exact.
Yep, Pasadena, a suburb of Corner Brook. No, it's not. I think, is it?
Yeah, it's just outside of
Corner
I know
Brook.
where
it is. I'm just saying, is it a suburb or just a town?
It's a town outside of
town.
Corner Brook.
And it's a beautiful town, too.
Oh, yes.
So Chloe will be taking on the task to try to keep this closer. 6 across there now, and it's 9-0. Oh, look, and there is the home run ball. That is absolutely fantastic. Somebody from Baseball Canada will want that. It looks like you may be the man. Kelsey McIntosh has the home run ball. That's awesome. Off the bat of Layla Spencer, who hit that 3-run shot in the bottom of the first. We talked about that earlier. The ball, of course, carried, was hit so hard, well over 300 feet. By the time it landed, I wouldn't be surprised if it went another 20, 25 maybe.
Now pitching, Newfoundland and Labrador, number 5, numero 5, Olivia Daw.
Well, Bill, how about this? I've just been informed that Layla Spencer's home run one-hopped the fence back to straightaway center where it's 350. That's how hard that ball was hit.
Nicely done.
So my math skills didn't come out of that. I was thinking 315, 325. How about one hop and clears the 350 side and dead straightaway center? Of course, the fences are moved in somewhat for the ladies' competition. 270 down the lines, 300 to straightaway center. That's a long, long hit.
Right, that's Olivia Daw from Pasadena, as we mentioned. Her role model, Bo Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays. And how good is Olivia? Well, she's a provincial MVP in 2022 and 2023.
Hit hard down the third base line, but foul. You know, you talk about the position of catcher and how vitally it is important for all baseball teams, but you're just seeing it exemplified by Kerry Russell and her communication skills with the young pitching staff for Team NL. Trying to settle them down, saying, hey, we got this. Let's just try to throw strikes. All unfortunately there for Chloe Daw. A run will plate. Yeah, there was a balk there. They called a balk. We saw a fair amount of that last week in the men's competition. This is the first here tonight. You don't like to see it. It's all about coming set and towing the rubber properly. But they balk in a run, so the onslaught continues here. And it's 10-0 British Columbia. Now, I know in softball, the rules are that the mercy rule comes into effect after 5. But there are varying levels. You have to score so many runs to get through a mercy in 4, and I'm not sure if it applies here in baseball, but I think it's a good question. Slated to play 7. There's a big swing and a miss, and Chloe Daw with a nice strikeout there. And the fans enjoy that as Lily Chang goes down swinging. And let's see the work of young Miss Daw here as she pulls the string. And a good bit of heat on that. And Lily Chang came up empty, but they haven't come up empty very often in this ball game here tonight. They are full marks for their 10-0 lead. And here's Lucy Gutierrez, the left fielder, number 25.
Lucy Gutierrez.
So 2 big outs now. Team BC comfortably ahead. And the pitch, healthy rip. Let's strike 1.
Give you an idea of how strong of an inning BC has had. This is Lucy's second plate appearance this inning.
Batting around, Lucy Gutierrez. I think she was looking to go deep into the night with that cut. So runner at third, 2 down, 7 in here in the bottom of the 4th, and a 10-0 British Columbia lead. That pitch is high. And the pitch. Ball popped up, left fielder in, second baseman out, nobody gets it. And BC will plate another run, and they lead by a score of 11-0. So this is where someone's going to call it. Not sure if it happened or not, but it was up in no man's land. The light's playing a factor, I have a feeling, and it just dropped in. Lily Beresford went back. Julia Sharp came in, but unfortunately for Team NL, no one could come up with it. So the inning continues. There's one in for a strike. 2 down, runner at first. 8-run, bottom of the 4th, as Cameron Dick from Chilliwack, BC steps in.
That was a nice pitch.
Chloe Daw dropping in a nice little bender there for a strike. 0-2 the count. On Cameron Dick. Pitch, runners off. Ball is down and away. BC in scoring position. And the 1-2 offering is outside, evening the count at 2-2. And you know, you gotta keep your pedal to the metal too, because you know you don't want to run into bad habits, and you play the game the way if you're behind, you're still thinking about being aggressive, getting on base for a moment like that. Throw across can be way over the head of the first baseman, Jenny Murphy, and BC will plate their 12th run. Kelly Ash, the shortstop, made the play, but just maybe tried to hurry her throw a little bit. And that's understandable. She had time, but she double clutched. And then it just flew out of her hands, and it was easy pickings for BC to turn the corner there and come to the plate. Pitch a little high and tight.
And you mentioned, Brian, about BC not letting up. You know, Team Newfoundland and Labrador, they don't want anything handed to them.
No, not at all. They're going to earn their outs. There's a strike. The girls will remember this night forever. I don't think so much the score, because as I mentioned, it really is irrelevant. Of course, both teams want to win, but BC's got this game clearly in hand with a 12-run advantage. Swinging a foul tip there. So twos are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And Newfoundland Labrador trying to get out of the bottom of the 4th. And that pitch is inside, so the inning continues. And yes, Bill, there is a mercy rule after 5 as well. So Newfoundland Labrador will come to the plate in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 13, USL Aaliyah Weckerly.
And for you viewers at home on CBC Gem or NTV Plus, trust you're enjoying it. It is history of the making here, regardless what the score is. It's the fact that Ladies baseball has arrived at the 2025 Canada Summer Games, and for the first time, and great young ladies ball clubs from all over this wonderful country will play all week long for gold, silver, and bronze. You'll make new friends. You'll create lasting memories forever. That's what it's all about. And if you're scoring at home and you're scoring this game, I understand some are. We don't control the official scores table. That's on them. We work with what we've got. And I can tell you there's a ton of runs on the board. You can figure that out. It's 12-0. Whether it's a single, a double, scored an error, whatever. It's baseball.
A lot of digits on that scoreboard.
In all kinds. Big cut there. Not holding anything back. What a great swing that was, but an even better pitch there as Chloe Daw tries to quell this long bottom of the fourth with a 3-2 pitch coming up, 2 on and 2 out. And here it comes. And that's high for ball 4. So the bases are loaded. That was Alia Weckerly who drew the free pass. Emma Lecomte, the pitcher, spinning a one-hitter. And Bill, you already said she's swinging a hot bat here as well.
A couple singles, a double already. Not the person you want to see with the bases loaded.
So much confidence exuding from this British Columbia team. There's a ball laced down the left field line and foul. Well, if that's straight to left field, that's grand salami right there. Holy smokes, did she turn on that?
Did she ever?
The crack of the bat. Make a lot of young men jealous with that swing, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the gals are coming. And they're coming with skill and desire.
Well, no surprise. That's British Columbia's Female Player of the Year. She's got that award, one of many on her mantle.
She looks ready already. That pitch is up and away. Well, you know when you hear, when you hit it, when it sounds that good coming off your bat, you know you got most of it, or all of it. And that one there, foul, but out of here in a hurry. Chloe Daw winds and fires, and that's a ball. Pitch down in the dirt. 3-1. And that's high. Run will score. Bases loaded. Walk to make it 13-0. For Team BC. And Mark Healy out to the mound for another visit. In the meantime, as the team Newfoundland Labrador talk it over here a little bit, I think that Mark Healy is going to make another pitching change. So Chloe Daw came in and did a nice job.
Well, you know what? Save the arms. It's the beginning of a week-long tournament. More games, more competition.
So the new pitcher, and here's Carrie Russell out to have a chat. And coming into the ball game for Newfoundland Labrador is Grace McGraw from St. John's. Grace is number 10.
That's it.
Grace McGraw.
Grace McGraw plays with the Mount Pearl Blazers. And she's excited because her role model is actually here, Jada Lee.
There you go. That's awesome to hear right there. Jada Lee should be a role model for most young women across the country. Doesn't matter, you know, whether she's from Newfoundland, Labrador, or Nunavut, or BC, whatever. She should be a role model. What a great story. The last Canada Summer Games 4 years ago, pitching, pioneer, and doing extremely well. So let's see if Grace McGraw can come in and try to get that final out against a very skilled British Columbia team that have a 13-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. The bases are loaded with 2 out. Team Newfoundland and Labrador will bat in the top of the fifth, but there is a mercy rule.
As Grace McGraw takes her warm-ups, she's a pitcher, of course, and a second baseman as well. She also played on the under-16 female team that won the Atlantic Cup in 2024.
Pardon me. Okay, come on, Team NL. Let's get this third out here now and see what you got. It's going to be a long week. You're going to have all kinds of great ball games to play. You're here. This is a special night. Scores are relevant right now. Let's get a note. And as many in New York say, forget about it. Almost looked like a sidearm curve that came out of out of her hands there, out of Grace's delivery. It's in tight for ball one. And a ball hit to the second baseman, and there's the third out of the bottom of the fourth inning. Get a little look at how BC were able to put together 9. They just had hit after hit after hit. Lead by 13 as we go to the top of the fifth here at the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
It starts with a spark and becomes a beacon, lighting the way. When the games are gone, the games go on. Turn up. Take part. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
For millions of Canadians, too much screen time is a big issue. But for millions of others, zero screen time is an even bigger one. We are committed to growing digital inclusion.
A strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
Leading off for Team Newfoundland and Labrador on the top of the fifth inning, number 19, number 19, Rebecca McCarthy.
All righty, back here at St. Pat's Ballpark, Newfoundland Labrador batting here in the top of the fifth, trailing 13. So, Bill, the mercy rule is 15 runs after 4, the game is over. 10 runs or more after 5, the game is over. It's 13. Newfoundland Labrador have 3 outs.
They need to get 4 runs on that board to keep this game going.
Well, let's start with 1.
Let's do it. It all begins with 1.
Ball hit hard down the left field line as the Newfoundland Labrador coaching staff go to the bench. Number 19. Of course, Rebecca McCarthy's been in. She's the extra hitter. But they've had to go to the bench a little bit there to keep the pitching arms intact. As you mentioned, Bill, good observation, a long week. Swing and a miss. And Emma Lecomte. Yeah, there you'll see, the 3-run first inning, of course, on the strength of Layla Spencer's historic monumental moment, a 3-run homer that was the deciding blow in this game, unfortunately, for Team NL, and then, of course, a 9 spot in the bottom of 4, and this is where we are at. That ball is hit down the left field line, and a great effort by the third baseman, Layla Spencer, who's got, 5 RBIs here, a 3-run homer.
What a night she's had.
2-run triple, and she almost made an over-the-shoulder catch there on a foul ball racing down the third base line. She's ready.
Yeah,
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Great all-around player. I'll tell you this about Newfoundland and Labrador, though. These players, they know that getting a hit, despite the score, is going to make this pro Newfoundland and Labrador crowd erupt.
Oh, no doubt. Small victories, Bill.
And they love to hear that. They love to be responsible for cheers like that.
They're going to get lots of cheers all week long.
Absolutely.
Win, lose, or draw, they're here. And they're the hosts. Well coached. Well reared. Team BC just proving that if you follow baseball in this great country, they just have the best skill in the whole Great White North, right? Exemplified.
Yeah.
We saw it, the men's side, and they're always having fun too. Right? Everybody's having fun, even when you're losing. We saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Spirit of the games, and that's what it's all about. So here's Carrie Russell. It's been a long night for the young Grand Falls Windsor lady, but she's been a great communicator. She takes a call, third strike there. And she's had to bring her enthusiasm and her just overall good vibe out to 3 different young gals pitching tonight.
That's right.
4, pardon me. Jenny Murphy started. Brooke Murphy came in relief. Then we saw Chloe Daw and then Grace McGraw. And this is going to do it as Team BC will complete a 13-0 victory here in the inaugural ladies baseball game at the Canada Summer Games here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Bill, the line score, BC 13 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Newfoundland, no runs on 1 hit. They had a few miscues, but still, you know what? It was a great night here. I think that as the fans rise to their feet here and cheer for Team Newfoundland Labrador and Team BC, will exchange handshakes and head out of here feeling pretty doggone good about themselves. The fact that they're competing and are going to have a long week of excitement. We hope the weather is going to be favorable for them. I know there is a bit of rain in the forecast tomorrow. We really need it. We'll have to wait to see how that will affect the schedule here at both St. Pat's Ballpark and also at the Gushu Complex out in Mount Pearl, where action will continue. So there you have it. BC and Newfoundland Labrador make history here tonight. Plenty of years from now, people will say, were you there? And you're going to say, yeah, and it was monumental. So we're going to have a look around the crowd here. It's been absolutely terrific. You see the enthusiasm of everyone. Your closing thoughts here tonight on this BC victory.
Well, I'll tell you, we've learned that BC is a powerful team. Newfoundland and Labrador, this is one game, and you get better as you go along, and they'll learn from this experience. They are well coached, and it's going to be an exciting time. I mean, and with the fan support that they'll get, It's going to be a magical ride this week.
Well, as we go to say goodnight here, you have a look at a few of the things that led to this BC victory. They were full marks, but it was a great game. The score irrelevant. And we're so pleased to be part of it. So it'll be more baseball tomorrow here at St. Pat's. Bill, I look forward to working alongside of you again, and Jean and Lynn on the French side of things. And we look forward to making new friends in the second week as competition gets off to a roaring start. And I hope that everybody is refreshed.
That's
because I know that the gang at Universum Media Inc., based out of Charlottetown, everybody's been working their tail off. They've been doing a great job. They need the rest. They got some rest, and now we're ready to show you why we are here. On behalf of Bill Hart and myself, Brian Rogers, thanks so much for allowing us to come into your homes on CBC Gem, on NTV Plus, and wherever you may be. Please continue to join us all week for the 2025 Summer Games here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador.